started? Okay. Hi. So Anita and I didn't know each other, right? We didn't know each other. Did we have classes together?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
but now we know each other.
Totally.
Because you live right around here. And you've been like uber supportive since I've opened up ACT.
It's a great place. I've had a lot of fun coming here.
It is unique. It's the only gym like this in New York City. But you asked if we could do this live stream really quick for fitness tips.
Yes.
And you just informed me that the theme for our reunion is Come As You Are, which is awesome because anyone who's followed my work for the last bunch of years knows that I'm all about self-love and self-acceptance. And so the first step in any fitness regimen is to love what you're starting from. And one of the things we have here is a Fit 3D scan where you actually, and if you're brave today, Anita, maybe you'll do it, but you get a 360-degree 3D picture of your body with all of your measurements and your body composition. And I always say that we use this for good, not evil, because we would never look at a sunrise or a mountain and be like, oh, that's an ugly one, or there's something unlovable about that mountain. It's not a perfect mountain, or it's not a perfect sunset. We would never do that. And same thing with our bodies. We have 3 trillion cells that are collaborating to allow us to be here. So we would never look at anything like that dimple in our right ass cheek and be like, that's an unlovable feature. So we love our bodies. And then we're like, all right, no ostriches here. What do we want to work on? And so for me, my main goal around fitness has to do with strength training and muscle mass. So tip number 1 is if you're only going to do one thing for fitness, is strength training. Because as we age, it's harder and harder to maintain our muscle mass. And muscle mass is tied one-to-one with pretty much every other health marker in our body. So if we have muscle, we're healthy.
So does this 3D scan help you determine a baseline?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So a lot of what I'm selling here at HACT is this effective minimum dose of exercise. I work out less than 40 minutes a week total. Yes.
Okay, all you busy parents out there, 40 minutes a week.
40 minutes a week total. And the way that I'm able to do that is this machine, the ARX, which is computerized mechanical resistance training. But basically, it seems crazy, right? If I'm telling you I only work out 40 minutes a week and I only do strength training 18 minutes a week, the other time is on the Carol bike that gives you the equivalent of a 45-minute jog in under 9 minutes, it seems too good to be true, right? But if you're having data and you can watch your body scan, you can see how your body's changing, you can see how your cardiovascular fitness level is changing, you can see how your strength output is changing because it's all data, it's all quantifying.
Ooh.
So everything is
STEM
trackable.
appealing to the
Yes.
inner STEM girl.
Yes, same, hard science major too, right?
Cool.
So the scan tells you your body composition, it tells you your measurements. So even though a lot of women say, Pam, I don't want to bulk up. I say good luck with that. We're in our 40s now, and so it's really hard to add muscle mass.
Okay.
I have added muscle mass, and I do make muscle easier. Thank you. It's muscle, but I've gotten smaller because muscle takes up a lot less space than fat, and high quality muscle takes up less space than less high quality muscle. So you may have the same amount of overall muscle mass, but if your muscle isn't as high quality, healthy, thriving muscle, it's not as tight, it takes up less space. And if you replace the less quality muscle with the higher quality muscle, which you do with sometimes high strength training, you get tighter. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so tip number 1, strength training. Okay. If you have access to an ARX in whatever city you are, highly recommend the ARX.
ARX. Okay.
Adaptive resistance exercise that basically allows you each moment to be maxed out. And it's all quantified. It's the closest thing to childbirth. However, you're in charge of how hard you work. And so there's no point that you're not the one creating the work. So people will get off and will say, Pam, that was so hard. I'm like, that's because you made it hard. It's because you're stronger than you know you are, than you think you are. And ultimately, this machine becomes a mental trainer as much as it's a physical trainer.
So when I work out at my gym, I pick up weights and I know what I need to do. And sometimes I challenge myself, but to be honest, I really don't.
Right.
I pick
So
up the same ones.
you're wasting time. You're wasting an opportunity, right? So you're not getting the benefit of your investment.
Okay.
So your return on investment, your ROI, at the gym sucks.
Oh.
So you're spending a lot more time than you need to get less results.
Oh.
Yeah.
not
And
efficient.
long term, you're not getting the better results, which means you're more likely to get injured as you age.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, huh? Yeah. So whatever you're gonna do, you want to do a slow, heavy. Bye, Susanna. Great work today. A slow, heavy strength training regimen.
Okay.
So you can find a trainer or find an ARX who's going to work with you to get to about 85% of your 1 rep max, and that's what you're going to want to work with. As much of a full range of motion as possible, super slowly, for 1.5 minutes to 1.45 seconds. That's your goal. You do that for the big 5. Chest press, row, leg press, pull down, and then overhead press.
1 minute to 1.5 minutes.
Yes, that's all you have to do. That's the effective minimum dose of strength training, and that's all you have to do. Now you may say to me, but Pam, I love working out. I love my class. We do our thing. It's super fun. That's great. If something sparks joy, go do it. But it's not exercise. Don't look at that as your physical exercise to build strength. Look at that like fun. Look at that like a joyful, moving your body. Do Zumba. I'm not a Zumba girl, just FYI. But people who are, that's awesome. Okay, that's not exercise. You're being active, and we all
good.
Yes, and you're endorphins, and you're having fun.
Yes.
Activity is awesome. Activity is not exercise. Exercise is going to be a specific result.
Okay.
So if we're going to talk about cardio next, because I already talked about strength training, the other really important piece of the puzzle is cardio.
Okay.
Cardio, high intensity interval training. I'm sure we've all heard about that, HIIT training.
Yeah.
So studies have shown that if you take one group of people and you have them do a steady state cardio workout, like suppose you go on the elliptical for like a half an hour, and you're going to be kind of consistent for a half an hour. You're watching your show, you're reading your book, and you're just going, right? You do that for a half an hour, or you do something like the Carol. The Carol gives you the equivalent of a 45-minute jog in under 9 minutes. The Carol, you do 2 20-second, as hard as you can go sprints. Just do that twice.
For 20 seconds.
Just 2. Anyone could do that. 2 times 20 seconds. Studies have shown that doing the Carol 3 times a week is vastly, like 250% superior to 5 days a week for a half an hour. So 150 minutes a week or under 30 minutes a week. You get significantly better results with the under 30 minutes a week workout than you do with the steady state cardio. So again, if you enjoy going to watch your favorite binge watch show, like maybe you're catching up on Games of Thrones and you're at the gym and you're enjoying that, think of that as activity. You're being active, that's awesome, but it is not improving your cardiovascular fitness. It's not improving your metabolic fitness. It's not going to improve your blood pressure. It's not going to make your waist smaller. Okay. The other really important paradigm shift.
It's disappointing.
I know. I mean, it's better than nothing,
Yeah.
right? Because you're being active, but it's not the best way to get results. The other really important thing to talk about: most people are still stuck thinking about working out like burning calories. Like I'm working out to burn a certain amount of calories.
Totally. Because like last night, I cooked this big dinner, had a bunch of wine, friends over, dessert,
Yay.
thing. I
Yay.
burn calories.
Yeah. Okay. So that's backwards. The reason why that's backwards is if we work out to burn calories, we're putting a lot of extra stress on our system, and we're kind of giving ourselves a pass to put shit in our body that's information that's telling our body not to be healthy. Okay. So think of food not as fuel, but think of food as information. So the information that you're putting in your body is telling your body to be a certain way, to be healthy or not be as healthy. So call a spade a spade. We're all going to have our evenings when we indulge, and we really enjoy our meal and enjoy the company and enjoy the dessert and enjoy it. That's fine. You just want to do that in check, and don't think that that's okay as long as you go and do an extra 30 minutes or 2 hours of cardio, because that's exercise bulimia. Truly. So we work out to improve our systems. We don't work out to burn calories. We eat appropriately to be in appropriate balance nutritionally. That's macro, and macro is the calories, but also our micronutrition is super important. So we really want to look at food as information. We want to eat the right information to have our body be as healthy as possible. And then we want to work out to then increase our metabolic health. So our muscular health, our cardiovascular fitness, increase all of those really important vital markers.
tips in here. There was strength training.
Strength training,
Talked
high
about
intensity.
high intensity,
Cardio.
and then food as information.
Food is information, yes. And now the fourth, and I can stop there, is about recovery. So there's this really important balance that's happening in our body. You break it down, you work out, you do whatever hard thing that you're doing, and that basically stresses out your system, breaks it down, and then you have to rebuild. So yes, you have to have the right nutrition to rebuild, but you also have to give yourself the right time and other resources. So there's nutrition as resource, then there's sleep as resource, there's the recovery time, which is time where you're not stressed to rebuild. And so we need to prioritize recovery. Recovery is not being lazy. Recovery is an integral part of being healthy and increasing our fitness level in a healthy way. Because the reality is, you can increase your fitness level while undermining your health. If you're training for a marathon or training for a triathlon, you may be getting a higher level of fitness, but you're actually undermining your overall systemic health, and your body keeps score. You get overuse injuries, you get sick, things happen. Right? We don't want to do that. We did that in our 20s and our 30s. I don't want to do that anymore. So prioritizing recovery. And then the way that you know, the best way to know, have you ever heard of HRV, heart rate variability? Tip number 5, heart rate variability is the best way we can actually see. It's going to be fun. Later, what things come up on the screen. Tip number 5, track your heart rate variability. I think the Apple Watch can do it. My Oura Ring does it. The Garmin gives you a stress meter.
And technically, the Fitbit was
The
founded
Fitbit,
by
Eric,
our classmate.
across the hall, Durfee, DD21, across the hall. I don't know if it was DD20 or whatever. But Eric, yes. So the Fitbit, unfortunately, does not have the HRV on there. I'm certain future models will, Eric. But other devices will give you the HRV, and that's the best way that we can actually see how stressed our body is. For fighting something off, our HRV will tell us. And even though it may be our day to train hard, our HRV sucked. And it's like, no, it's not the day to train hard.
Oh, wow.
It's the day to recover.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah.
Ha! 5 tips.
Cool.
Fast and furious.
Amazing.
All right, anything else, you can always pop questions in the Q&A, and we'll share this later. And I'll be at Reunion, so hit me
Thank
up.
you so much, Pam.
Of course.
This was awesome. Thank you.
Bye.